Okay guys, this is the worst possible way you can trade forex. Okay, a bunch of you guys come on YouTube here thinking you can get profitable just off watching free content on YouTube. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you guys that you cannot attain the level that you want to attain in this forex industry based on free content alone. Free content alone is going to help you, but this content here on YouTube is mostly tips and tricks and how it can direct you. Okay, most of this content here cannot bring you to the level where you want to go there at the pace at which you are looking to get there. So you need to get yourself proper education that, like, you have a course or you have a mentor, somebody who is, basically going through your trading journey. You go through, you assess yourself, you test yourself, all of these things. Don't just come on here, you watch a video today, your mentor on YouTube or whoever, or these creators here, they'll make a video today about strategy. Tomorrow they're making their lifestyle videos. Tomorrow they're talking about something else, and maybe after tomorrow they're talking about another different strategy from what they posted last week. So every day they come up with brand new strategies. This strategy is the best, this one is the best, this one is the best. One creator has like 18 different strategies to trade for it. This is so unrealistic, and they themselves don't even use these strategies, because if the one they gave you today was the best, how come they have another best one tomorrow? So in this channel we have one strategy. I have one strategy that I'm trading, and that is called the hybrid strategy. Okay, this is ACP. I personally started this strategy. I am the one who introduced the strategy. I am the author of this particular trading strategy, and I'm using this strategy to get funded, and I've passed a bunch of challenges. So in this video today, I'm going to run down a few trades that I've taken on a brand new challenge that I just started 2 days ago. So I'm going to release this video for you guys to watch. So as for the challenge itself, I'm going to complete it. I'm recording the entire process, and I'll post that video after this one. So this video here is to talk about a very simple but yet repeatable trading strategy that I'm going to reveal to you guys, and this will probably be the last video that I'll be posting strategy related, meaning I'm not going to show you guys anything concerning my strategy from this video. So this is the only video that I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to review you guys exactly how I trade forex from scratch. That means from setups to taking the trade to managing the trade and closing the trades. That's it. It's going to be a very short video, so pay attention and watch this video till the end.
Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to go onto your chart and identify chart candlesticks that look like this. Okay, you want to look for areas where you have condensed pricing, areas where you have candles sticking up to each other. Then you see the price struggling in that area. When you see that the price is struggling to like break above or break below, and you have this bunch of wick accumulated, when you see these wicks accumulated in a specific area, congested, like when you see it choked up like that, you know that this is exactly where you want to take a trading decision. All right, so this on my screen here is a demonstration of what I'm trying to explain. You can see that price is really condensed in this area. Price is choked up. Price is very saturated in this very area here, short term. All right, not like long term. So let's say you get up today and the candles are just kind of consolidating in this area here, and it's failing to break up or break down. And then what you want to go ahead and look for is the wicks. All right, pay attention to the wicks and not the candlesticks. So if you have candlesticks that, they are long enough to, to say there was a very powerful rejection. So these candlesticks here simply mean, or they are simply here to, show you that what at one point in time, this price was actually down here, but it failed to stay here because of something. And that thing is an opposing energy. So in this case here, you can see that these candlesticks ended up bullish because why? When the price struggled to break below and end here, the opposing pressure here, which in this case is a buying, the buyers struggled and pushed the price to end up here. So price ended up closing here instead of down here. And this wick here serves as proof or evidence that price was actually down here at one point in time. So what you want to do is come now and highlight all of these wicks. This is exactly where you'll be taking your trade when next price returns to this. So this is like support and resistance, but it is a refined way. It is a very refined way, which is very better understanding why price acts the way it does, right? So these are wicks here, and I personally call these areas here ACPs. So this ACP stands for areas of condensed pricing. So how I draw my key level is I just come here and I look for the first candle that started a movement, and I highlight this candle entirely like this, and I stretch it out, right? Then I'll name this candle. Of course, I'll name this area here ACP, like I said. So this ACP here stands for areas of condensed pricing. So this here is an area that price is condensed. This is an area where price is really saturated. So this is where I want to be trading, right? So whenever price, if price is above at the time I was drawing this, if price is here, then I know that if price is entering here, I'm buying this market to the upside. And if price is down, if I was drawing this and price is below this, then I'm looking to do what? I'm looking to sell. Beautiful. That's exactly how this thing works. So let me explain something. Let me show you guys a real chart example and how you can practice this in real life. So you have to stick around to the end because towards the ending, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of trades that I took using this system. And I started a 20K challenge just to, prove to you guys that no matter how small your capital is, you can always go up for a prop firm as small as 20K and start something with that. So I took on a 20K challenge here, and so far so good. I have a 100% win rate on that account. I'm going to show you guys everything towards the ending, so stick around. All right. So looking at my screen here, you can see that price is really saturated here, but now we have to look at it. Do we have wicks? Let me stretch out this for a bit. So you can see here that, yeah, we have a bunch of wicks rejecting here. I can see this 2 weeks here that push price really up. Then price came again here with a wick rejected, came back here with wicks again, and still rejected this area. So that means that there is something here that is holding up price, right? There's a very strong energy here that is invisible, that whenever price comes and touches it, price uses it as fuel to go back up. It uses it as fuel to go back up. So that's what we're counting on, that whenever price comes back, since price is up at the moment, then if price is coming back, we should be able to push this thing up, right? So with that information now, this is what I'll do as a normal day trader. I'll just highlight my this thing here with the first, I'll highlight my ACP area with the first candlestick that started a movement like that. Beautiful. Then I'll just have my buy limit sitting here. I don't use market executions. I like to go a little bit deep in my zones like that. So I'll calculate my risk properly and I'll set them just a little bit deep in my zones, looking like that. Then I'll have my stop loss just a buffer below this longest wick, which is this one. I like to have some room down there. Then I'll make sure that I'm aiming for 1:2, as easy as that. Then let's see how I'll manage this trade as the trade plays on. So you can see here we have a good tap in this market. And then price quickly moves all the way up here with the wick, as you can see, almost hitting up our take profit. So what would have happened to me here if I was trading this market live is that when price tagged me in on this trade and moved to 1-to-1, I would have closed half of my account, right? I would have closed half of this trade right here. And I would have moved my stop loss to break even like that. So this market would have come back to a break even. So on this trade, I would have taken some money instead of just break even. So what happens? Now I'm looking at this. If price pushes back up all the way, then I could still buy this area. However, if price breaks below this, you know what's up. When I'll take it, sell when it retests this area. So let's see what happens. So price breaks below it and immediately comes back for a retest, right? So now, as a normal trader, normally I'm going to have a sell limit. As soon as I see that price has broken, I'll have my sell limit sitting just a little bit deep in the zone, like I said earlier. Then my stop loss, I'll keep it. Let me look for a very decent area to keep my stop. This area here is actually tempting because this is like the recent high here that looks really nice to keep my stops at. I don't want to keep it where it's going to get tapped. So since that high is too high, I'll look at this candle here. You can see this tiny wick. You can see this wick here. It kind of sticks out. So I'll keep my stop loss just there. I'll carry my entry a little bit deeper so that I can reduce my position size. All right. So now I'll make sure that I'm running 2R on this trade. And that's exactly how I do my trading. Let's see if this one plays out or not. Hopefully it does. Okay, this was a good one. So now we just made 2R on this trade. Of course, sorry, 1 is to 1.5R because remember I'm closing half here, right? So the remaining one runs down and that leaves me at a total of 3R on this trade. Did I say 3R? 1.5R, sorry. I'm confusing. Okay, so now we have that there. Now, let me look for another example and show you guys. Here's another example. So I just identified this level here. As you can see, we had a very strong power move to the upside. Then suddenly price was being held up here. You can see a bunch of wicks in this area. Price went up. So at this point here, you can see that these wicks are not properly aligned. I like my wicks to be properly aligned like that. So when price came back, rejected here with the wick and came back now, and this wick confirmed this area. So when this wick entered here and pushed up impulsively like this, you can see that there was a very strong buying pressure here that held up this wick like this. So when I see this, I know, okay, there's a very good chance that price could push up whenever it comes back here again, because why? We still have good looking wicks that exist in this ACP area. So what I went ahead and did was I highlighted my zones with the first candle that started the movement, like I said. You draw it out like that, and we label that our ACP area, of course. So now we have weeks and we have a week here. So this week was a confirmation week, right? This week was to confirm this area, looking like this. So if this candle came here and rejected with candlesticks, not wicks like this, I would have not traded this thing again. I would have waited for it to break and I sell it, right? But now the reason why I'm still able to buy it is because why? You can see that the speed, the accuracy, the speed at which the price actually pushed up from here, that's to tell you that what this area is still powerful enough to hold price, right? That's good. Now with that information, I'm just going to quickly put a buy limit just a little bit deep in my zone like that. And I make sure that my stop loss is at a decent area. I like this is the longest week here so far. This one, I cannot put my stops here, is too far. So this is the longest week that we have. So I'll make sure that my stop loss is just below that week, just a buffer. And I have 1:2 like that set. Now let's play price and see how price reacts to this level. So price quickly jumps in and triggers our trade. You can see that when price enters your key level like this, if you're impatient, you're going to close a lot of your positions here if you don't manage your trades correctly. But you need to be able to exercise patience and wait for the trade to play out. So price ended up going straight to our take profit, and this is another 1.5 hour secure. So this is how I basically trade. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some examples. Let me show you guys another. Let me show you guys the last example before I bring you guys to my trade this week. Okay, so this is our last example for the day. So look at this area here. I don't know if you guys can notice this area. You can see this very, very beautiful area here. So price came down here. You know, it tried to go past this level. Of course, it failed to do that, as you can see here. And it failed a good amount of times. Looking at these weeks here, we have about 7 weeks here. You can see that price pushed, and ended up giving up and went back up. So this is a sign, right? Now, don't just come on here and trade this area here and be like, it's an order block, price just reacted to it. No. Forget that crap, right? Forget that stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works like that, but me, I just tell myself, nah, that's not the reason. This one tiny candle here cannot hold up an entire price like this. So this here, this group of candlesticks are the ones really behind this whole thing. So I'll highlight this area looking like this, stretch it out. Then I'll name this ACP. This is my ACP area because why? Price is condensed here. You'll notice that there's price congestion here than there is here. So if price is condensed and held up here, therefore there's a lot of liquidity here and than here, right? There's a lot of liquidity here. There's a lot of money here than here. So a lot of money is being traded here than there's money trading here. So let's see how price reacts to this area. I can still stretch this out like this, you know, to just have this candle tapping into it, but that's not really my problem. I'm satisfied with the amount of weeks that I have here, so I don't need this week this way. So I'll just leave it like that. And I want price to bounce here. Since now price is above it, all right? Beware. Just be rest assured that if price was below this, I would definitely be looking for a sell. But now that price is above, then we look for a buy, right? So I'll have my setup there, my trade looking just a little bit deep in the zone. Like I told you guys, it's good for better entries and, you know, to avoid drawdown. And we don't have any wicks here to say, oh, let's put it behind this wick. So I'll just estimate my stop loss and be like, oh, I'm comfortable with that. So I'm aiming for twice my risk, of course. That's why we're here, to make money. Then let me go ahead and play this. So yeah, that was a good trade. You can see price quickly tapped us in and went straight to our take profit like that. Now that price has broken below it, let's see what price does after that. Of course, price continues. So now where is the retest? You can see this tiny candle here. Of course, if I was on this trade, I might not get tagged because this week here, it didn't quite get in deep, which would have not tagged me in. But it's just to explain and tell you guys that when price breaks below it, it always comes back for a tip of it because this area is like a gas station. It fuels the market. Okay, it drives the market. That is why the market will always react to it. Okay, so that is exactly how my system works. Now let me go and show you guys in my Telegram real quick some trades that I took this week and how it has been so far. So this is where I started. This was the weekend where the market reopened on Sunday night. You can see here session start. Then I sent out this signal, this setup here. Then while I was asleep, I got the notification that my trade has been triggered. So my first take profit was hit, EuroCAD, of course. You can see right here, this is my first take profit. So what ended up happening is the trade actually hit me, my first target. Then it went back to to my entry. So you can see here, trade ended up going back to my break even. So I secured a 0.5 hour on that one, which was a $100. So this was the second setup, and this one is actually what I'm still looking at. It hasn't yet been triggered. So meanwhile, I went back and I saw another setup and I didn't give this one in the public group. However, I shared it in my private group. This is my private group over here. This one. This is my public group. This is my private group. And this is a very special group for courses. So the people that have access to the private group have access to these courses as well, right? So this is the public group here. Here I just post some of my setups, not all of it. So after taking the second trade, this is where my balance was at. You can see here we had a first trade, EuroCAD, and the second trade just hit TP1, then followed by the second TP that was hit, and I closed it also. And I went back and scalped the market for these two positions here. I don't know if I shared the setup. Let me see. Yeah. So this was the setup here. This setup was actually shared in my private group. This is the private group that I just took a screenshot of it and brought it to the public group and showed these guys here. So then we had a trade that was missed. So this was my trade here. I took a buy trade today. Sorry, I had a buy limit here. Price just came down and almost hit me, but it did not activate my order. It just went straight to my target, and it was so annoying. So that is how my day turned out, and this is where my account is currently at. I am up $400, which is like 2% of this account. So this is just 2 trading days, and this is 3 trades that I've taken. So let's see how my 4th trade will be, and let me show you guys my 4th trade that I'm looking at now. So this is my 4th trade, and this is exactly what I'm hoping that the market does. You can see here we have some nice 2 weeks here rejecting this area. Price came back again, rejected with the wicks, guys. Wicks, okay? Wicks again. So we have a bunch of wicks in this ACP area here. So I want price to get in here and drop, right? That's my plan for this trade. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. I've calculated all my risk, and I'm just hoping that the price hits me up. And if you're wondering how much I risk per trade, I risk 1% of my account per trade. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching this video. If you found this valuable, consider subscribing, as this is the last strategy video that I'll be posting. However, I'll be posting some other tips and tricks how to better your trading. I'll be posting some vlogs and how I go about my trading day, and I'll probably do a day in a live video pretty soon. So stick around and join me on this journey.